Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to 12 Beast Chapter 12. Yeah, Chapter 12 is the one we're on. So this just came out in English finally, and tell me how you want me to do these, just running over it real quick. I like to do separate live reactions and reviews for the stuff I've had on the channel for a while, like Tower of God and One Piece and all of that, but I feel like I don't have enough time to do a separate live reaction and review for everything. So for some of the new stuff I add on that aren't like huge big series, I'll probably just do the live reaction and review in the same video as best I can, and it's gonna be a new thing to try out to do, so you'll have to bear with me on this, trying to do it for like pretty much the first time. Because for last chapter I kind of sucked because I didn't even know if it was like the real chapter or not, because it was only like 10 to 13 pages. Turns out was the real chapter, just tell a short. But yeah, so tell me if you're okay with me doing the live reaction and review together like this, or if you want me to do a separate review. Because if I do the separate review, it'll definitely be probably more in detail and better. And the only thing is that I'll have to do it whenever I can do it, so it won't be up like the day after the live reaction. It'll just be up whenever I can get it up. So yeah, just tell me if you would rather me do it all in one video or do a separate live reaction and review, I guess. But until then, I'm going to do it together as one video just because that's a lot easier on me with all the other series I'm following. So let's see what we got. We see them flying like normal, flying over the coast. We've got, trying to remember everyone's names because it's been a while, Asterio, Waifu Joea, Arrow, and Ada. And we see a flashback to the Stila, the Sea Witch. I'll go rent a room at the Fish People City ahead. I'll go on ahead and explain a few things to them, so just wait a bit. And then we see Arrow is what the Deep Sea Witch said, but we're lucky she wasn't in the deep sea. No, we still don't know, says Joea. That Fish People town might be under the sea. Eh? What's that? Says Ada. Yo, and the art in this is so freaking good. Okayato is a genius when it comes to art. Wow, what a whirlpool, says Arrow. I'd seen a lot of whirlpools before on school trips, but that's huge, says Ada. I can't seem to find the town, says Asterio. That's weird. Should be around here, says Joea. That's... And Arrow sees something. Yo, the hype. What? That is huge. That's massive. There's a giant town, or there's a town inside that giant whirlpool. Is this the Fish People town? Yo, and it looks like Venice style, where it's like the waterways through the houses and stuff. Yo, this looks really good. I love the way this city looks. Wow, what a stylish town, says Arrow. Really has that feeling of a water town. A harpy and a minotaur, says one of the fish people looking on. How rare. But it looks like there's a heavy air around, says Terrio, looking at a group of soldiers marching the streets. We're still preparing for battle, says one of the soldiers. Anyway, where's that witch? And they're all looking around. Ah, Ada-san, where are you? Says Arrow. What's your business here, human? Your skin is emanating a lukewarm heat, and there's a bunch... Your dry skin is disgusting. Ada-san! And there's a bunch of Fish People soldiers stomping on Ada. Oh my gosh. The fuck you say, Hiraki? Want to be made into Ichiaboshi? I'll make you into Yakitori, fucking winged roach. And they all start going after the, and it's, Joea arguing with them all. And the, background says, insanity level decreasing. Ada-san, are you okay? Death approaches on the town of Fish People. On the town the Fish People live. The Sea of Cthulhu was taken, and on the city's fair lullaby. Ada-san? Says Arrow looking over. At last, Cthulhu, fuck comes. Ah, in the window, Ada-san. And there's a bunch of people looking in the window. Are you okay? Yo, hello, is this going to be is this going to be a new group member? Your Witch-sama's, oh wait, no, it probably won't be. New group member will probably be Steela. Your Witch-sama's guest, right? Sorry for the wait. And it's this cute fish girl with, like, these dual daggers. Yo, she looks really cool. Sad that she probably won't be joining, because I still picture Steela joining. Hey, what are you doing? She says to the soldiers. I apologize, sir, they all say, lining up. Sorry for being late. Ada-san, are you fine? Says Arrow, still talking to Ada. I'm fine. That happened often back in the old world, and it's a bunch of bullies beating him up. That's a ninja for you, always fighting, says Arrow with stars in her eyes. I think you're wrong, says Joea looking in the background. I got surprised since it was so common, for my sanity level to drop. Still, why's the witch here? Says Joea, asking the fish chick. She's called the Deep Sea Witch, so you'd think she'd live in the deep sea. It seems she lived there at first, but there were lots of complications, so she moved here. Then changed the name, says Ada, like the witch of the town. But the Witch-sama really is helping us. She made that whirlpool spawning lighthouse to protect the island, which is why we put our hearts into making her house, the witch's house. Thinks Arrow, where the hell would she live? Thinks Ada, and they're imagining this giant scary house. Ah, there it is, the Witch-sama's house. And it looks like a giant conch shell. Everybody's reaction faces are great. What? This fairy tale-like house? Wait, it can't be. And then there's a sign out front. Witch Steela's mansion. If you have any business, knock. No salesman. It's here, says Ada. Do you have any problems with it? It's the shell of a steel turban shell, which lives around here. There are even pieces of metal in it. It's a really rare shell. Metal? Says Asterio with stars in her eyes. We even use the magic lighthouse. It's a super top class. We even use it for the magic lighthouse. It's a super top class material. Huh. Well then, I have other matters to attend to. I need to go yell at the people guarding the lighthouse. And then, they're knocking on the door. She's not coming. What? Didn't you just knock? Wait a bit after knocking, says Joya. Well, the lock's open, so let's go inside and wait. And Asteria just opens the door. It wasn't open, right? Or she just busts it open because she's so strong. Wow, despite that, outside, the inside really looks like a witch's place. Yo, this looks really cool. The art is so high detail. She really isn't here, though. Damn, where could she have gone? And then he looks at a pot with a hat. And he's surprised. Morning. She says peeking out, and Steel is just chilling in the pot naked. Sorry, I got tired of waiting and fell asleep. Why were you in there? But it was comfortable inside, she says. Is she an octopus? Isn't she? Maybe a squid? Or thinking Ada and Arrow. Hup, she says, lifting up out. And nosebleed time. Hello, Steela. Ah, Witch-san, clothes, they've come off. Clothes? They haven't come off. I was originally naked after all. Then hurry up and put some on, says Arrow. Yes, it's fine if I just wear it, right? And then she, grabs Ada-san. Huh? Ada. And she accidentally pulls him into her boobs. Witch-san. But that giant whirlpool is really amazing. To protect the town by hiding it with the whirlpool. But what are you protecting it from? Says Asterio. Do you want to see what I'm protecting this town from? I'll show you what's happening far away with my means. Ah, your means. An amazing fantasy mean. What is it? A crystal ball? Perhaps reflecting water? And she has an old TV, like an old square one. A brawn tube TV. I wasn't expecting this in this world. This is more convenient than a crystal ball, she says, smacking the top of the TV. And it, turns on. Yo, are those like... What's the Centragard? Is that the kingdom? Is that Centragard ships? Those boats are giant, and those numbers. says Arrow. This is what's aiming for this town, says Joea. The problem aren't the boats themselves. With the whirlpool up, they won't even get close. For a witch like me, that isn't a problem, but the problem is this, says Stila. Yo, and we see the giant serpentine looking, was it Gigas from last chapter? Or the chapter before last? A Gigas. Furthermore, this isn't the mass-produced ones you've fought with until now, but their prototype. He's called one of the 12 divine generals. Yo, one of the generals already? The snake divine general Indra. This fearsome foe might destroy the city's protection. That's a person, and we see the fissure in its mouth. Yo, Indra looks so hype. It's moving. What is it planning on doing? Is it perhaps aiming for the town? Yo, and Indra's going in. Impossible. He'd be swallowed up and that'd be it. He wouldn't manage to float up again. Then what's he planning? Says Arrow. It can't be. And, Ada remembers the lighthouse. He wants to destroy the lighthouse. He jumped over the whirlpool, calls out Joea. It's okay. The radius is 1 kilometer. Even a Gigas won't reach. Yo, Stila too confident. Yo, everyone's reactions are great. Oh man, this hype freaking Indra. Look at this thing. Look at this freaking art. Yo. And he falls back into the water. Safe, says, Safe, says, what is it, Stereo cheering. What's okay? That was dangerous, says Joea. Well, it turned out okay, says, Stila. I'm glad, Ada-san. And then Arrow looks back. Ada-san? Yo, and the fissure is like twirling around the lighthouse and he landed in it. A human, says all the fishmen. An enemy. How did he... Yo, and they all get sliced up by the fishing line. Well then, I'll go take back our ocean. Let's fish. Yo, fisherman hype. What? Okay, fisherman hype. All of the fisherman hype. So, let's go through it once again and review it. Because, first off, I thought this was one of the better chapters that we've seen. Like, I don't know. I really like this one. Let's go back to the very beginning and break it down a little bit. And that'll be the review portion of this. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this thing being ridiculous. Okay, so from the very beginning, I think starting off it was a little bit weird how similar it was to the start of like 2-3 chapters ago when we were looking for the deep sea witch and flying over the coast. But honestly, it turned out fine, so I don't think that really matters in the end. But seeing the freaking city. The city looks beautiful. The design is amazing. All of my freaking hype. Like, I love that. And I love how the fish people, it seems like there's a variety. There's like the mostly fish-looking people, like fishmen from One Piece looking, or the mostly human-looking with some fish features. Then I'm assuming that there are probably Scyllas or Cecilias or whatever, like Stila in there, and there are probably mermaids as well. At least I would assume there are. So I think it's really cool. Thought it was really funny having Ada get beat up by the dudes and then relate it to bullying and how his sanity level decreased. That was all really funny. Joea, of course, is always the best, and it was funny how she was arguing back to the soldiers. And then really sexy looking fish chick who sadly I don't think is going to be playing an important role, but it'll be cool if she does. If she does join us, that'd be awesome. Like if both, like I'm expecting Stila from this sort of arc to join us, but if she joins as well as Stila, that'd be really cool too. So that was really cool. And we found out that the lighthouse is protecting the place, and creating the whirlpool, which is, again, just really awesome. Like, the design and everything in this. I love Monmusu, so I hope that Okiyato never stops doing it. But, like, the story here, and not really much even the story, but the setting and a lot of the aspects this is definitely as good, if not better to me, as say like a Fairy Tail or Naruto style shonen. So if like he really put a lot more into this and put 12 Beast out more, I would read the hell out of this. Like, I'm already reading it every time something comes out in English, but I think it'd be awesome if this caught on. Chapter 1 was the only bum chapter, I think. Ever since then, the adventure has just been so enjoyable, and I love a good adventure manga. And like, I love the setting. I love this world that we are in. Seeing Cecilia Steela's house, it looks really cool. I like the conch shell design. The sign was funny. So we find out about the special steel that's from that shell that they used in their buildings, like the lighthouse. So that was good too. The inside of the house was really detailed, really funny and cool. Lewd moment with Steela sleeping in the pot. She was really cute. Adorable little Steela. Yeah, I'm just flipping through and giving my thoughts on different parts. It was hilarious that she uses like an old style TV. And badass to see those ships. Like, I don't remember the map of Live Earth that well, but like, I don't know. I don't remember there being that much ocean or anything, but those giant ships look awesome. And it's weird to see, like, what are the limits to Centragard's technology? Because it seems like they have some, like, well, it's not really AI because they're the ones controlling the Gigas, but to make these warships and make the Gigas and stuff when a lot of other societies are still living like medieval to Renaissance era lives, it's kind of, except for, it's one of those things like again with Fairy Tail and Naruto where it's like medieval to Renaissance era most things, and then there are a couple things where they're technologically advanced just to make it like feel like its own thing. That's kind of what we have going on here. Like, we have the TV and electricity and all, but yet we have this sort of semblance of a society that's sort of like medieval to Renaissance era of the world. So interesting to view it like that. Then we get to see Indra again, and Indra looks freaking amazing. And so apparently the 12 generals are the 12 prototypes for the other Gigas. So it's weird. It's also weird that we're getting straight into seeing Indra already. And like the dude who controls him, we're like, I wasn't expecting to get into the 12 generals this soon. Also, when Indra opened his mouth and like roared and was going in, that is a badass looking panel, like the hype. Also, Serpent General, so that's the fourth one we know about, because we know about 3 others who I forget. I think one of them, maybe the pig and the rat. I don't remember the third one we might know about. But either way, so I like how Steela was so confident it wouldn't make it to the lighthouse and everything. And even it jumping out of the water looks so freaking great. The art is just amazing. And then we see the huge full page where it's like we see the whirlpool with the city in the bottom and Indra just sort of circling around it and stuff. And like when he's dropping off the fisher, it looks really awesome. So then it's cool to see how Ada probably noticed that the fisher was jumping out, and Ada will probably come to fight the fisher dude at the lighthouse next chapter. But hype for the fisher dude. The way he just sliced up the dudes with the fishing line. All my hype for fisher dude. So anyway, that I guess is both my live reaction and my review together. And honestly, I didn't think that was that bad. I think we kind of melded it together pretty well. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed doing it that way. So, like, if you did like this video, comment down there and tell me what you thought of the video, what you thought of this chapter, and what you thought of my thoughts on it, because I thought this was one of the better ones we've ever had. Like, Indra and Fisherman hype. Like, some of the battle chapters have definitely been better, because we have had some great battle chapters. And that's why this just has so much potential. Like, if Okayato really puts more into this, this is as good to me as, say, like, Fairy Tail. Like, it's shorter and it's destined to be a shorter series based on the pace that we're going at, but like all these fights and everything are really hype and enjoyable. Like, I'm absolutely loving this, especially after seeing how great this chapter was. But subscribe for more 12 Beast, Monmusu, One Piece, and a shit ton of other stuff. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there on when I'm posting stuff or pushing stuff back. And I'll be back next time there's a new 12 Beast chapter to do another live reaction and review, or do them separately if that's how you guys would prefer me to do them. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.